Welcome to Good Food and Tours Jamaica. Now let's make some ginger and raisin bulla. Alright, so let's start with the brown sugar. And I'm going to add a little margarine or butter to this so that the cake can still be a little moist, even though bulla is usually dense, so we're not going to use a lot of butter or margarine. Next, I'm going to add some lemon juice to activate the baking soda in the recipe. Then I add some vanilla for flavor. Molasses, of course, adds a little different note of flavor too. Some water. And then I'm going to just mix this together before slapping it in the microwave. I will place it in the microwave. Heat the mixture a little bit so that the sugar can dissolve before we add it to the rest of the ingredients. Not true? Y'all follow? Now I'm going to add some of my homemade guava jam we sell off. I add this in the bulla recipe to add a little fruity taste, look something, a little surprise. Now I'll be posting the link how to make this guava jam at the end of this video. Now the guava jam is going to dissolve in that little warm liquid. Now we're going to add some ginger and a little bit of ginger, enough ginger. And I ensure that I measure out the amount of ginger I added so that you can know to and get the exact amount of taste. Yes. So the ginger is just going to seep into that liquid and we have a beautiful flavored liquid right there. Now we add some of our raisins that have been soaked in, whether in water or rum or whatever you like. Now we push that to the side now and it's time to work on the dry ingredients. So we're starting off with some all-purpose flour, but as we call it in Jamaica, counter flour. We add some cinnamon powder, some ginger powder, nutmeg, baking powder, baking soda, and a little touch of salt. And I love to use the strainer to do this part right now, because when it comes to ginger powder, it always just have some large lumps in there. Now I'm going to add some milk powder. No, I love adding milk powder to the bulla. Of course, it adds more nutrient and also flavor. Now we mix that together using your whisk so all the ingredients just distribute evenly. We make a little hole and then we'll pour in our liquid ingredients and we're going to mix this together. You know what I mean? Of course we're going to mix it together, what we're supposed to do. And mix it until it forms a ball. Yeah, a big ball. So we're going to flour the counter and then we just turn it over onto the counter. And then we're going to knead a little bit. Yeah, knead a little bit. Come here, I have to show you this part. You see how the raisins, they just look so nice in it. So we put it back down in the same bowl over there I use to let the dough relax. And while it's relaxing, we'll go ahead and just grease and flour our baking trays. Yeah. And you know why we relax the dough? So it can easily roll out. And then we flour our rolling pin. Flour the counter a little bit. And then we'll get our cutting device. I'm using my small pot cover. But that has a little rim that it can just cut the dough nice and beautifully, and then roll out our bulla cake. Now, bulla cake is a dense Jamaican cake, So for all who out there watching and wondering what it is, this is not your moist, soft, textured cake. This is a dense cake that we often pair with avocado. We call it pear in Jamaica, and we eat it with cheese some of the time. The moistness, the nice buttery taste of the avocado pairs well with this dense cake. So we roll out the bulla until it has this thickness, and we're going to go ahead now and just cut it out using our homemade pot cover pastry cutter. You can use anything that has a round circular feel, and then if you can use a knife to further cut it out if it never cut it good. And this is our trimmings that is left. Save it for later, we're going to reuse it. And now we're going to neatly put it in our baking trays. You don't have to be neatly, but I love when it just arranges so neatly and cute in the baking tray. Welcome back, trimmings. Now I'm going to knead this together into a ball again, and I'm going to do something slightly different to cut up my bulla this time. I'm going to roll it long way until it have a little length like a rolling pin, and then I'm going to just do this. So if you do not have a circular dish or pot cover to get your bulla shaped out, you can do it just like this. I flatten it out, then I just use a rolling pin to get this. The only drawback is that it's not going to come out, like all of them not going to come out looking exactly the same, but it works. Hallelujah, me done. But wait, we need to bake the bullas. So we're going to bake them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit to 25 to 30 minutes. I like it on the crispier side, so probably 25 minutes is good enough. Now, when it done bake, we let it cool on the stove top before we can enjoy it. Yo, I love it with the creaminess of the avocado. It's like that nice dense cake with that nice buttery avocado just pairs so well. Thanks for watching. As promised, here is the video link for my guava jam recipe.